Yeah, I'm here, Lok Sabha.
Lok Sabha chamber से.
Yeah. So thank you so much, sir, and congratulations to you, the first day. So,
Please.
yeah. So how many minutes I have?
So you have 8 minutes.
Thank you so much. So what we all know so far, there have been several revolutions in the field of agriculture in this country. First was the Green Revolution. It was on the farm, and we had self-sufficiency in food grains because of the Green Revolution. Then there was the White Revolution, and that was the dairy sector, and we had the Amul, we had the entire sector. We were self-sufficient. Not only self-sufficient, we were able to get into processing, and that was a big change. That was a big benefit to the milk producers and people who were involved in this. So what was required and long overdue was a revolution in the markets, in the agricultural markets. So these two bills, which the government says will change the ecosystem of the agricultural marketing, that is on the fields, I would say they are largely good in intent, but completely or probably largely again ignore the implementation aspects. Why did it have to be this way? We have to evaluate the agricultural sector or the agricultural marketing sector where these bills have been brought in from a point of view of who are the stakeholders. The stakeholders are the farmers, the traders, the buyers, including government agencies, and the intermediaries. We can think about the reduction in the cost of the intermediation, but can we completely change them? Can we completely remove them from the system? And what we are bringing in, is it an indirect method of getting intermediaries into the system as a part of the contract sponsor or as a part of the trader? We have to think about that. We have to think whether a farmer, small and marginal farmer, is in a position to speak about or know about grading. Grading is produced so as to be in a position to sign a contract. There are structural issues in Indian agriculture, sir, where about 63% farmers are small and marginal. 86% of the land holdings are with small and marginal farmers. And that is why we had the Kalia scheme in Orissa and the Prime Minister's Kisan Nidhi. So it's an established fact that Indian agriculture cannot be thought of without thinking about the small and the marginal farmers. We cannot think about Indian agriculture or the marketing sector without thinking about the sharecroppers, the tenure farmers, who will take care of them. We had a scheme of Balram recently in Orissa where we gave joint liability partnership agreements to take care of these people. Now, these are structural issues. There is a structural issue as to distress sell. Often farmers are facing distress sell, small and marginal farmers. So when we design a scheme, we have to think whether the playing field is level. Whether there is unequal kind of power centers or power asymmetry between the buyers and the sellers, in which case no market can function. There will be a market capture. The buyers are key to the agricultural market. We have to get the buyers. I always say that when we ring up over telephone to Khan Market to get a butter chicken, you are not using any marketplace, you are using the telephone, that is the infrastructure, and you are creating a transaction. So we need to have buyers, and currently I'm not too sure if the bill is able to going to bring buyers into the market, which currently anyway is not happening, and therefore there is a possibility of cartelization. It is very important to remove information asymmetry, which is again currently inadequate. And the bill, fortunately, talks about a price information system, which is a good thing about the bill. But the most important thing, which I said because of all these aspects of the small and marginal farmers, remunerative prices cannot be solely guaranteed by the market. There is going to be market failure, in which case, who is going to take care of it? There is going to be market capture, as it probably happens now. So we have the minimum support price. Are these bills, there is a misconception or even it is conjured up, I do not know, there is a communication with the farmers, so it's not there at all. There is a feeling that the minimum support price is set to go. And the distress sale might set in once again. It is very important that the MS Swaminathan committee report of the C2 cost and 50% more than that has to be implemented. Without thinking about these things, just to get into the contract, between contract farming or the trade or freeing the trade may not give the desired results. We have to think think about the farmers' insurance scheme. It is an income support scheme. We have to go away from the weather-based system or a crop-cutting experiment system to an assurance system. Only then the farmers will be in a position to bargain with the big corporate players. The pre-harvest and post-harvest issues are two different things, and unfortunately they have been conflated in these two bills. The post-harvest infrastructure at the farm gate level requires to be augmented. There has to be investment in that. By these two bills, is it going to happen? Will the contract sponsor be investing in this, or as we have seen in the Bihar where there was APMC Act was repealed, there was no investment in the existing market courts, leading to deterioration of even the existing structures. In the bill, I'm not getting into the details of the bill, sir, but I can only say that there are things like apiary, the bee, the Niger, the maize, which are not included as agriculture produce where contract farming is possible, and that we have seen in Orissa that it is possible. Now, in the entire two bills, when the levy of fees has been removed, I really do not understand, is there any guarantee? How is the market development going to take place in the post-harvest infrastructure scenario? How is the intermediation, aggregation, and storage going to improve? You had a warehousing receipt scheme. The entire marketing structure fails if the warehousing receipt scheme doesn't work properly. Has it been evaluated? We have a situation in which the small and marginal trader farmers...
Your last minute, doctor. Last minute.
Yes, they do not even have the opportunity to get a minimum support price. So is the bill only for the big traders, for commerce and trade-oriented bill? Is it moving towards dilution of the minimum support price? There is a huge miscommunication in the field, particularly in the farmers and procurement areas. So I would strongly urge the government and the Honorable Minister to consider sending these two bills to the Select Committee for further examination and clarification and fine-tuning of some of those provisions to take care of the structural issues in Indian agriculture, particularly the small and the marginal farmers. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.